Welcome to Learning with Story and Conversation. The Haunting of Blackwood Manor. Deep in the heart of the countryside, nestled between gnarled trees and overgrown vines, stood an ancient, abandoned mansion. Its once grand facade had been weathered by time, leaving behind a decaying skeleton that whispered secrets to those brave enough to approach. One such person was Amelia, a young historian with a fascination for uncovering lost stories. Amelia had heard rumors of the mansion's mysterious past, of a wealthy family that had vanished without a trace over a century ago. She felt an inexplicable pull to explore its dilapidated halls, to unearth whatever history lay hidden within its walls. Armed with a flashlight and her trusty notebook, she ventured inside. The air was thick with dust and the scent of mildew. As she moved through the grand entrance hall, her flashlight beam danced across faded wallpaper and broken chandeliers. She imagined the splendor that once filled these rooms, the laughter and music that echoed through the halls. But now all was silent. Amelia's exploration led her to a large, ornate door at the end of a corridor. With a creak, it swung open to reveal a grand library. Shelves lined with ancient books reached up to the high ceiling, and in the center of the room stood an imposing fireplace. Above it hung a large, dusty portrait. The portrait depicted a family, a man, a woman, and a young girl. Their eyes seemed to follow Amelia as she moved closer. The man's stern gaze, the woman's sad smile, and the girl's wide, innocent eyes sent a chill down her spine. Something about the painting felt unsettlingly alive. As she examined the portrait, Amelia noticed a small brass plaque at the bottom of the frame. It read, "The Blackwood Family, 1885. She scribbled the name in her notebook, determined to research their story later. Suddenly, a gust of cold air swept through the room, extinguishing her flashlight. Panic set in as Amelia fumbled to turn it back on. When the beam finally flickered to life, she gasped. The family in the portrait had changed positions. The man and woman now stood protectively behind the girl, who seemed to be looking directly at Amelia with a look of pleading in her eyes. Heart pounding, Amelia backed away, but her curiosity got the better of her. She reached out to touch the portrait, and as her fingers brushed the canvas, the room plunged into darkness. She felt a sudden, icy grip on her wrist, pulling her towards the painting. Amelia struggled, but the unseen force was too strong. She was yanked into the portrait, her scream echoing through the library before being swallowed by silence. Inside the painting, Amelia found herself standing in a ghostly version of the mansion, surrounded by the Blackwood family. They looked at her with sorrowful eyes, and she understood. They were trapped, and now so was she. Years passed, and the mansion remained abandoned, its secrets forgotten. But sometimes on a quiet night, if you listened closely, you could hear the faint sound of Amelia's voice, calling for help from within the walls of the old portrait. And those who dared to venture inside would swear the family in the painting had grown by one. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon.